Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and this is Create Your Own Cozy. I went on a little tiny thrift shopping trip. I'm getting super excited about my booth opening March 1st, so I'm going to show you my little tiny haul along with 5 of the items that I got needed to be flipped so that I can make a profit. So if you wanted to see what I did, stick around. The first thing I'm going to show you is this bread box that I got. It was $5.99 and it has a vinyl lettering on it. The only thing, it was very dirty around the handle. It looked great, so all I did was grab some baby wipes and cleaned up the white paint. Basically, it had been sealed, so it wiped right off. So this is a quick flip to put in my booth. If it doesn't sell like this, I can always bring it home, but thought this was a really great find. The next thing that I got was this faux winter greenery. They were $3.99 a piece. The canisters were in great shape. The greenery looked real. And originally I thought, well, I can take the greenery out, but it was very much in there. So I've decided I'm just going to put this back and wait for winter in my booth. $3.99 was a good price for each of these. Next, I got this really hefty basket. It was $3.99. There was nothing wrong with it. It's really strong. I thought the color could use a little bit of aging, but I'm going to put it in my booth as is, and if it doesn't sell, I can always add like a gray wash to it. I think there are some folks that would like that in their house. And then next, I got this cute bunny picture. But after I got it home, realized that it had a tiny little chip in the handle. So I am going to upcycle this one by putting in some lamb's ear from Walmart and making a nice little spring picture for my booth. I paid $3 for this. This guy was $2.99. There is nothing wrong with it. No chips. I love the color. It reminded me of a nice muted spring color and thought this would go well in my booth, although I am very tempted to keep it at home. These little candlesticks I got for $1 a piece. Thought it would be good to add some metal. So I got this faux cement looking pear for 99 cents, but I didn't really love the finish, so I'm going to try something different with that. And then I got these salt and pepper shakers for $1.29. Looks like it was the same lady who did the faux cement look. These projects were not sealed. You could tell that they weren't quite finished. So this is the next project that I'm going to show you. I'm going to start with some air dry clay. There's a little chip in the top here, and I'm going to do this for decorative purposes only, so I'm not worried about this coming off. Just basically put the air dry clay on there and let that dry. And then I wanted to cover these with white paint. Originally I was going to do like a white salt and pepper shaker, but then when I started sanding it down for smoothness, I liked the original colors coming through. And so I did that with a 220 sandpaper, and now I'm just going back with a baby wipe to kind of let some of that gray come back through to make it look a little bit older. Then after that, I am going to seal it with a clear coat. I've learned my lesson. No wax before transfers, and then put some transfers on. Before I show you the end result, I'm going to update this little pair real quick. I'm using the green celery from the Walmart paint. I just did one coat, and then I did a white wax on the top of it just so it could be a nice spring looking color green. I kind of like how it turned out. Next thing I got was this little crate for $1.99. I thought it could look really cute with some small mason jars and some greenery in it. But I'm going to show it to you with these amber colored jars that I got for the fall. They were $1 a piece. Thought I'd collect them, and those would look really good in a fall booth. Do you see my theme, guys? All right, so this basket was kind of in rough shape. The other one was $3.99, so he said he'd give this one to me for $2.99 because of the shape that it was in. I love the color that it already was and the age. I just needed to kind of break off some of the pieces so they didn't look like it was broken, and tuck it and glue it. And I have a plan to get some drop cloth and put it on the side that is the most broken. So this is the next flip. But before I show you that, I wanted to show you this really beautiful blanket I got for $4. Someone worked a long time on this and thought it'd be good for staging in the booth. Next, I picked up this breadboard for $4. It was beautiful as it already was. It just needed to be cleaned up. I cleaned it with Dawn dish soap and water and let it dry out. And then went over it with a food grade oil. I used Sweet Pickens oil wax. That way this could either be used as a decorative board, or I can mark it as a food safe board, and it can be used to put meats and cheeses on. So look at how this oil just brings back that gorgeous wood. That was an easy flip. Next, I got this orange glass little container for 99 cents. Thought it'd be good for like the fall season in my booth with some greenery or some wood or something sticking out of the top. I have two round tables that I'm going to refinish eventually to get into my booth, and I want to do a tablescape with them. So I got these little chicken napkin rings. I probably paid too much for them at 79 cents a piece. But the thrill of thrifting kind of it makes you do things that you probably wouldn't do if you're at Home Goods, as far as pricing. Anyway, this dome, $2.99. I thought it was really cool and it inspired me to go dig deep in the basement for a finial type thing and something wood to put on the bottom. So this is our next flip. So I had thrifted this walnut colored wood round with an E in the middle of it for $2 a while back and I've been holding on to it, and it fit this dome perfect to turn into like this little cloche set, but I don't want an E on it. So I'm going to mix up some Durham's water putty. I like to do a 3.5 to of powder to 1 water ratio because I don't like it too runny. But I'm going to mix this up, put it in the E, and let it dry. The thing is, it does expand, so I sanded it down, and then I ended up doing a second coat of this just so you wouldn't be able to feel or see any of this. Now, originally I was going to paint this whole center part white so that the outside was the walnut and the center part is white. This is the sanding the first time around. But then I decided on a different approach. After seeing how beautiful that walnut colored wood is, I'm going to take this thrifted candle holder and I'm going to stain it that same walnut color. I'm going to cut the end off that I was showing, and I'm going to use E6000 and glue this to the glass. So first thing I'm going to do is stain it that walnut color. And then the E6000 needs a solid 24 hours before it is legit holding, but the instructions on it say that it is dishwasher safe glue. So I feel pretty good. This isn't something you're going to be opening and closing all the time. I feel pretty good about the wood and the glass adhering as long as it gets its solid 24 hours to cure. So here I am going over it with that light walnut stain that I just happen to have in the house. When I used the orbital sander to sand this down, it took away some of the richness of the wood, so I just did the whole thing with this so it would have an even top coat. Then after this dried, I sprayed it with the clear Rust-Oleum matte to seal it and to give something for these transfers to adhere to and not repel against. Now, originally I was going to try to cover up the E with some brown, thinking that these transfers were more opaque and you'd be able to see through. But after putting this against it, I realized that all I had to do was make sure it somehow laid over the top of that space and you would not see the light color come through. So I came up with some scraps to put in the center, and I'm very happy with the results. This might be my favorite thrift flip. Let me know. Do you like how this turned out? My last thrifted find was this pitcher for $6.99. It is not cracked and in good condition. There was not a bowl with it. And originally I was like, well, I could always upcycle this. But when I got it home, I was like, these flowers look like an IOD transfer. And this yellow is a nice spring color. So I'm going to leave it as is, look it up, see if it's worth anything. Let me know in the comments below. Is this a good find? But what did you guys think? Did you have a favorite item from my thrift haul that I didn't have to even touch? Or were you surprised by the 5 things that I flipped over to kind of update so that I could sell them and maybe keep some? It's hard to say. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. I just celebrated 3,000 subscribers last week, and right now I'm like over halfway to 4,000. So this is very exciting, and I can only do this because of you guys watching and showing YouTube that you like my content. If you have any friends or groups that you want to share this with, I would love it if you would share. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.